In this segment of Paula's Back Porch, we're going to talk about some of the issues that are prevalent in society today, especially hot topics for our school board officials. Some of those hot topics are things that are quite concerning for my conservative family values. One of the things that I have heard a lot about is our books in the libraries. And as you know, and as you have seen, I did make a recommendation to the school board that parents receive notification when their children checks out a book. Now, that notification process is just a baby step in the process. That is where we have to begin. We have to focus on where the end is, but we also have to realize that we have to start with small steps, incremental steps that we can build upon to make greater change. And that greater change that I'm looking to achieve is to ensure that we do not have pornography in our schools. We do not have content in our libraries that violates parents' and students' religious beliefs, but we have content that is in our schools that helps to educate our children on the foundational skills that they need in order to achieve success once they graduate. So as a parent of Rockingham County Public Schools for the past 20 years, things have changed quite a bit. When our first two boys were going through school, they had books and paper and notebooks and binders that were brought home on a regular basis. And I'm sure some of you parents out there remember how heavy those book bags were that you used to have to carry. Because you had the books, you had the notebooks, and you carried them to school each and every day. And when you came home, we could look through that work together. Some of my greatest memories are sitting down at the table, going over the homework with our kids, and having a conversation about what they're learning. Well, what I've noticed in the past couple of years is all of that information is online. It is on our students' Chromebooks. And on that Chromebook, they use a program called Schoology or Google Classroom. And as a parent, when I log in, it tells me more often than not, access denied. As a parent, I have a problem with that. And that's why I made a recommendation to the school board that instead of the policy reading a folder will be sent home with the student, that policy read access will be given to the parent electronically. And I have done the research, and it is a very simple toggle switch that needs to be switched by the teacher in Schoology or Google Classroom so that a parent can have access to what their children are learning. If we want to know what our children are truly learning in school, if we want to know if some of these political hot topic items that we hear about are in our local school community, this will provide us the access we need so we can see what our children are truly learning in the classroom. Another issue that I would like to address is Youngkin's model policies. I fully support Youngkin's model policies, and because of that, I value all students and I value a parent's right to have access to information pertaining to their child. Youngkin's model policies were written according to our stated laws in the Commonwealth of Virginia. There are other areas within Virginia who have made decisions on their school board, and it has cost the district millions of dollars because they did not adequately vet their policies based off of what our outstanding laws are. So that is a very important component of being a board member, is seeking the advice of legal counsel, ensuring that what we create, what we vote on, is adequate, it is enforceable, and it is something that will stand in court. Another issue in accordance with the Youngkin model policies that must be addressed is that our boys and girls need to be respected for who they are as individuals, and they need to be protected. That means our young boys in the locker room need to go to the boys' locker room. Our young girls should have a locker room just for young girls. Think about it when you were a child. Think about when you were in middle school and how your body was changing and what you were experiencing. And know that you don't know who's going to come in the bathroom next. Is that what we want for our children? I dare say it isn't what we want. Here on the back porch, it's hard to share with you everything that I've accomplished over the past 20 years here in Rockingham County Public Schools and in our community. But feel free to check out my website at paulaelamb.com or check out my Facebook page, Paula Lamb for District 5. You can also check out my YouTube channel, which is Paula's Valley View. There will be a lot of information on all three of those sites for you to compare and contrast the candidates in this election cycle.